Good morning, guys. It's 6 degrees outside. The diesel heat has been on. It's a cozy morning. It's a bit later than I normally get up. About 4 o'clock this morning. This thing decided to start letting me know the battery was low. So I had to get up and sort that out, and it took me a little while to get back to sleep. And then, because it's nice and chilly out, it's like went back into a really deep sleep. A little bit behind this morning. I'm just waiting for the sun. It's trying to peek through. It says it's going to be sunny today, so once that sun starts to peek through, then I can do things like painting and stuff like that on the outside, because it dries better, obviously. And yeah, it just motivates me when it's a bit brighter. It's a little easier to get motivated. I'm going to drink this coffee and then let's go and do some work. Oh, and if you're new here, I'm Tim. Little dog over there is Pablo, and my wife Sandy and I, we live in this Sprinter van full time, and we're driving around Australia. We're currently in Tasmania at the moment, and we're having an extended stay here because it's such a beautiful country. I say beautiful country. It's such a beautiful state. It's worth spending a little bit more time in, because obviously it costs a lot to get over here and a lot to get back. So we're going to get value for money this time, and then we'll probably head off and do the rest of Australia afterwards. So come along, enjoy the ride. Oh, well, that was a good coffee, a real good slow way to wake up, especially after having that broken sleep this morning. Feeling lazy today, and that's a good thing about van life. You don't really have to worry about time, or to be where you want to be, or you just change your day as you need. And today I obviously changed it a little bit so that I could have a slow morning. Saying that, there is stuff I need to do, so I've got to get on with things, and the first thing is get a battery for this thing. Hopefully the general store over there has got one. They're pretty good, so fingers crossed, let's go and get one of them. I must say, that lake is looking stunning this morning. Might have to take a walk down there and have a look at it later. Hopefully it stays sunny. You never know here, the weather changes very quickly. The reason why I'm sprucing up these wheels as well is that they got stone chips on them, and where they had the new weights put on them, it's all come off, so I need to clean that up and make them look pretty again. Don't have any more grey paint, so they may be going black. It's been a year they've been this colour, so I think it's time for a change, like a new set of nails on a lady. Right, so first of all, I'm going to start playing around, because if I'm going to be doing that, I'm going to need some shade to do that in. So I'm going to put these, so what I want to do is sort out this fly sheet set up so that I can figure out if it's any good or works for us. And so I couldn't get any magnets. Sounds like someone playing a flute over there, as you do. So I've got these things, and I'm hoping to bolt them to the roof rack fixings, and then I'm going to have some carabiner clips that go on that and attach the fly sheet that way, because I can't get hold of those magnets that I wanted at the moment. So let's get on with this. You enjoying that sun? Are you enjoying the sun? So I bought some fitting of these. They're like $5 from Bunnings. No, they're not $5. I think they're $3. They're M8 bolt. They're just bolt straight on. That go up on the roof. And then we've got these carabiners, which I got from super cheap. They're like $1 each, and they will clip on real quick when it's attached to the fly sheet. So let's go and put this on and see if my idea works. I can hear it now. You're going, Tim, where do you keep your ladder? I don't keep my ladder. People at the campsite lend me this. Do not be afraid to ask for a ladder. Especially at most campsites, they generally have a ladder. And it's really handy because people say, why don't you have a ladder on your van? Well, one reason's weight, second one's cost. The van ladders are ridiculously expensive. Absolutely stupid. It's like, there's no way a ladder is worth $1,200 just to go on a van. Sorry, nah. You can convert ones yourself, but they don't look quite right. And you don't want to put any more holes in the van than you need to. The little extendable ones, they're okay, but they're still bulky. They're still about this big, and they still weigh a bit. So the amount of times you need to get up on a van, I would say I could probably count on my hand. And that's probably, well, probably 2 hands. That's because I always go up on the roof and I'm always doing things and I'm always changing stuff, so that's just my problem. But if you've generally got a good fit out and you've got good solar panels, the panels clean themselves. They have a coating on them, and when it rains it just gets most of the dirt off. You don't need to go up and polish your panels. That's a silly myth. They still work even if they're dusty. Not as well, but you know, just rinse them off and they're fine. A lot of the car washes you can find, they've got like the high steps on the side. If you pick those ones, you can get up on there and you can give them a good old blast. And sometimes, if you need to and you're in a pinch, park up against a wall or something, and you can use that wall to get up to what you need to on the van. But most times, just borrow a ladder. Someone will have one. You generally do. But this is a step ladder. It's not my real ladder. He left when I was young. So I'm going to get up here and I'm going to get this bolted on. Righty ho, simple as that. Nicely done, nice and tight. That little carabiner should straight in there like that. Simple. Right, let's go and do the back one. It's time to get this fly sheet out and see what it's all about. Pegs and ropes, and this is our fly sheet. I picked this one, I got it off of Amazon actually. It looked pretty good, it had good reviews. We never know what it's going to be like. But it's got loads and loads of tabs all the way around, so you can attach ropes everywhere. I think it might be time, whoa, it might be time for a time lapse, eh? Put that down there. Cue time lapse. Do you know what? For a temporary, every now and again shelter, I know it's flapping around a bit in the wind here at the moment, but it gives you a real nice bit of shade. And again, while I'm filming, phone's ringing. Right, now that's done, I'm just going to sit and relax for 5 minutes, have my coffee, and rejoice in the shade that this is bringing me from the sun at the moment. I'm pleased it's for what we're going to use it for and what I'm going to use it for. It's a great way to do it. Make sure it's not too windy, otherwise you're going to get a lot of flappage. But then again, that you get that with any awning. It's just the fact that we haven't got this great big awning on the side that we used to have, that we actually broke, and we were just like, we had enough of this. It's like too much of a hassle. They never shut properly, they start breaking, they get really mouldy as well, I found. But this, I can just hook it on when I need it. It'll justify not having to do the whole awning thing and the cost of an awning. Awnings are super expensive nowadays as well. It's like ridiculous. I have seen the electric awnings that you can get on houses. You can fit them. It's the same thing. It's just different thing to fit it to instead of a house, and they'll probably be 240 volt, but then again, you know, all you got to do is put the inverter on. They won't pull that much, and they're a lot cheaper, I've noticed as well. Swings and roundabouts really. Just do the van life how it suits you, to be honest, and What works for you is the best way, not what old mate over the road thinks is the best way. What works for you is definitely the best way. Right, I'm going to get on with this, and then I'm going to go and paint Vinny's toenails. And I've changed my shirt as well, back to the one I had yesterday, because I'm going to get filthy again. I'm trying to save on laundry as well. Hashtag van life. So I'm going to get these wheels off. I'm going to need one of these. If you're going to do van life and you're going to be on the road full time, I would recommend, there's going to be times we're going to need to change a tyre, and you're not going to be somewhere where you can be rescued quickly, and you're going to need to do it quite easily, and you're going to be tired because you've been driving, or it's going to be really hot and you're going to hate it, and you're going to have one of these to change the tyre with. These are great if the garage didn't do it up with an air gun, or you recently undone them, and you never know, these wheel nuts, they seize up tight. So I would recommend one of these bad boys. You've got all that much more leverage. Always have a dedicated socket for just for your wheel nuts, so you don't lose it, and keep it on this bar. I'll tell you what, the amount of difference this makes, and how much easier my life is with this than to these. I've only got this because it's just part of the equipment that come with the van. It just lives under the floor. It's made it, I've never used it. It's made its debut. And those cross spanner ones, the ones that are lug wrench with all the motors, they're as soft as, and yeah, just get yourself a decent socket and a decent breaker bar, and it'll make all the difference. You won't be, you know, when sometimes you see people, yeah, put it on, they stamp on it and it pings off and it smacks you in the shin. Don't have that problem with this. Anyway, let's get to it. I'll show you what I mean. And always crack your wheel nuts before you jack the car up, because it'll save you a lot of time and effort and not faffing about, and then you'll have to put the wheel back down. I'll show you with this, like, this is how much effort this takes with this tiny little patio. That's just to get it off that. That's a good one. This hasn't been damaged from years of being used. Then I'll show you the difference with this one. Easy. And even if you haven't got the upper body strength, pop it on there, and it's just that. So much easier. Garbage, throw it away. Get yourself one of these. Actually, don't throw it away, you might need that just in case you break this. Give a rough up the paintwork first so the new stuff sticks well. Alright, now she's all sanded off, she's ready for some paint. And I use the Dulux, Dulux Metal Shield Epoxy Enamel. This one's gloss black, and yeah, it does quite well. You know, comes in other colours obviously. Goes on pretty smooth. You only probably nearly need one coat, to be honest. It's that good. And yeah, just as a tip, like it's going to take me a little while to do all these, and like in between, instead of my brushes drying out and stuff like that, if you just pop them in a Ziploc bag and in the fridge, they don't dry out because it's too cold for them and there's no air. So that's a little tip, and that's what I do with all my varnish brushes. Anything with painting, unless it's water based, then I obviously rinse them out, but after that, once you've used it, I just use these are touch-up brushes. They're like $2 for a two from Bunnings, so they're disposable, but like I said, in between coats and that, and if you're doing the job, it's just so much easier just to pop it in the fridge. Might make your fridge smell a bit of paint, but you know, it's a small price to pay. Anyway, I'll get on with this and I'll get back to you in a sec. I must say that took a lot longer than I expected it to take. I started about 11 o'clock, it's now 6 o'clock. Wasn't the fact that it just took so long, it's just the fact that I had a lot of phone calls and a few interruptions, and Pablo, so, but I think she looks great with her toenails done. What do you guys think? So yeah, I think she came up pretty nice. Also, there was a few side quests. I was up on the roof for a bit. I took some spotlights off because they weren't working. Fixed the aircon lid, put that back on straight because it wasn't on quite right. It's been like that for 6 months. Yeah, I thought it'd better be time to actually get that done. I haven't eaten. I'm hungry. I think I'm going to grab some food and have a shower, and I'll catch up with you guys a bit later on. It's now the end of the day, and it's time for me to sit back, relax, and watch a bit of crime. If you're going to do some work on your van, it's always good to do it on a campsite because you can always have a hot shower afterwards and get yourself clean, especially if you get really filthy like I did, scrubbing around in the dust all day today and yesterday. Would definitely recommend that if you're going to do some work on your van. Do it somewhere where you can actually get a hot shower afterwards. Or if you've got a hot shower in your van, even better. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you tomorrow, hopefully from somewhere different. I feel like I need to move on from here. Now I've got the big stuff done. The little stuff can wait and be done elsewhere. So, it's a Friday night. Unfortunately, there will be no Hopper review or Trent the Traveller horror game. I'm just going to have to settle with Chrome. So I'll catch you tomorrow, and thank you very much for watching.
Every time I walk somewhere, I think I'm like I found the trail. Yeah, you can see it right through the trees there. This is probably the old road.